I'm sulking. Like, actually sulking after that episode. We picked up where we left off on Thursday at the head of household competition. The endurance comp. It was really great. If you watched the feeds, you knew what was going to happen. I watched them, so I've been pretty on it with those the past few days because I've been on vacation from work. But what I love about these episodes that we actually get to watch on TV is we get to see these diary rooms and we get to see what these players are actually thinking and what is going through their heads, because I know during this competition I was so upset. But then after watching the episode tonight, I feel better. Still sulking, still sad. All right, let's get into it. First thing we find out watching the episode tonight is that the reason why Davonne fell off 13 minutes into this competition, she threw it. Her justification was, I'm known by not winning competitions. All right, I'll give them what they want so that I can stay around. I mean, she's really grasping at straws at this point since Bailey just left, so I can't say that was a bad idea on her part. I was laughing at Enzo's strategy, though. He was turning around and twisting around and talking a lot, making jokes, and he's trying to get these other people to get out of their focus, whether he admitted to it or not, but that's exactly what he was doing. It was working, if you didn't notice. Julie said that the first 3 house guests to fall off the wall were going to be the have-nots for the week. So we have Davonne, David, and Ian that fell off first. But I will say they lasted for a very, very, very long time. I think Ian lasted for like upwards of 50 minutes. And that's a long time to be hanging on a wall by your arms. What I found funny was that right after Ian fell, Memphis goes, she only said 3 have-nots, right? Okay, bye. And he just slings himself off. He wasn't concerned of winning this competition. He was concerned of not having to eat slop for a week. I don't blame him at all. What we did find out, and this is the part that I found the most interesting, and this gave me a lot of knowledge, and it settled my heart from when I was watching the competition on the feeds on Thursday. Dani, Cody, and Nicole all did not want to win this competition. If you know me, you know those are the 3 out of my top 5 that I'm going for. And with them not wanting to win and them like all kind of struggling there at the end when there was only 4 of them left, and the 4 that are left are the people that I'm pulling for plus Enzo, but he was already gone. So you had Cody, Nicole, Dani, and Tyler left on the wall. Those are my 4. I love them. So I didn't really care who won or not. So with those 4 left on the wall, what you could tell from that was the other night, it was just the 4 of them left. You couldn't hear any of their commentary. Tonight, it was Dani wanted to stay longer than Tyler. Tyler wanted to stay longer than Dani. Nicole didn't want to win. Cody didn't want to win because Cody says that after Tyler falls, which he did, Dani should have fell, but whatever. She says she didn't want the responsibility. However, Cody was talking about how he doesn't want to win. He thinks that Nicole and Dani should start getting some blood on their hands. They've just kind of been skating by, even though he is in alliance with them. He was like, it's time for them to do something. Well, Tyler falls off. Dani was struggling. Nicole's like, I ain't gonna do this. So she falls, and Cody's like, I gotta go, because if not, then Dani would have fell, and Cody would have ended up being HOH, which would have been really great because he would have gotten, letters and things from his family after his grandfather passing away. However, he wasn't here for it. So he falls. Dani is your new HOH. There was a lot going back and forth during that. I, again, am very thankful for these diary rooms because they are so important to hear what these house guests are truly, truly thinking. And nobody knowing that, such as myself, watching the feeds the other night, would have known that any of these things were going through their head. Davonne throwing the competition. Nicole and Cody and Dani were like, I don't want to win. Like, if Tyler would have freaking got it, he would be like smooth sailing and the week would have been a little different than it is going to be now. Dani starts talking soon after that basically she doesn't trust Tyler. She kind of wants to target him. I hate this. I hate this decision. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I love her. She's one of my favorites, but I don't like that she is going to try to be the first one to take a shot at the alliance, the committee. They're running everything. They're doing well. Like, there's a lot of different choices that you can choose from to put up on the block. You have Kevin, you have David, you have Christmas, you have Davonne, but she said that she doesn't want to touch Davonne. And that's okay. Davonne's been through a hell of a week. I think she can relax. But those are the other people that are not in her alliance. Ian, he could also go up. He's not in the midst of the alliance as well. But yet she wants to be the first person to target her alliance. All right, cool. Cody and Dani have apparently been having these late night chats, and they started to show them on the feeds the other day, and they keep cutting everything off. They keep cutting all the good stuff out, which is really annoying. However, it showed Cody basically trying to convince her not to put Tyler up because from his understanding, Tyler's good at competitions. He is the one that is going to continue to win this stuff. And if he's gone, Cody's the next one. He's the next like very large male target and competitor that's left in the house. And it would be in his best interest for Tyler not to leave. So of course he's going to continue to try to convince Dani otherwise. And just a side note with this episode, they gave Kevin a lovely amount of time to just show how fantastic of a human being he is. Like, I don't think that his story has been portrayed a lot, and even his gameplay and a whole lot about Kevin has been portrayed on the TV. You do get to see a lot of him on the feeds, but I just really love that they took a moment and they just like showcased how amazing and how lovely Kevin as a human is. I think he's great. I really love watching him. Dani's target clearly is seeming to be Tyler. So it shows Tyler going to talk to her. He knows he's got to do some damage control from last week because he said some things and it has proven to be untrustworthy to Dani, and so that's her reasoning for wanting him to go, which I get that in a game sense. I get it, but like, I don't want him to go. I think Dani at this point already kind of knows that she's like, if he goes, he goes. Like, it's okay. But they were speaking in the bathroom, and he basically is like, I know I messed up. If you put me up, I'm not going to be mad. If you backdoor me, I'm not going to be mad. Like, he was like, I'm going to try to be as honest as possible with her, and maybe that will get me some good points. So we go a little further, and he goes into the HOH room. I'm thinking it's a whole nother day, and he speaks to her and says that, you know, we should make a deal. Like, Dani wants it in speaking. She's like, let's make a deal, and let's stick with this. I don't know that she's actually going to stick with it, but she wants to make sure that he feels comfortable enough. And from what I've heard, she wants him to be as comfortable as possible so that he doesn't see it coming, because if he has a feeling, then it's probably going to go south for her. And they said multiple times during this episode, if you take a swing at Tyler, you better not miss, because then he's coming back guns a-blazing and the committee alliance is going to be gone. It doesn't matter. They make a deal that she won't go after him until Final 6, and he won't go after her until Final 4, and he said maybe even after. I think he's more willing to work with her than she is willing to work with him. That's what it seems to me like. But she don't trust him at all. She does not trust him at all. So your final nominations for this week are David and Kevin. Her reasoning behind that is because they don't really talk to her. They don't really talk game to her. And for her, that's the safest choice. That is a safe choice. I mean, it is All-Stars and we should be taking some stabs. So like if she did put Tyler up, like that's a good game move. Like he's a big player. That would be an All-Star move. However, those were kind of the only two choices she had that are not a part of something she's working with. So to be easy peasy, that's who she goes with. David reveals in the diary room that he is going to use his power. Duh. He has the power that can take him or anybody else off the block, and the HOH is going to have to rename another nominee. So that's what I guess we're going to see on Tuesday night, actually, this week. Don't forget, it does come on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. He reveals he's going to use this The live feeders know what's going to happen. He does, in fact, use it. But we all know on the other side, you know, what is kind of going to come about. But if you don't watch the live feeds and you don't know what's going on, what do you think is going to happen moving forward? Like, what do you think Dani's going to do when David uses his power to take him off the block? What do you hope that she will do? What are you looking for out of this week of Big Brother? Do you think she should put Tyler up? Do you think that she should leave it the same? Do you think she should put someone else up? If so, who? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to see your thoughts and hear what you think about this season of Big Brother, because now we are in, God, week 6 or 7. I know this was episode 17. So anyway, let me know what you think. Also, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please, please, please subscribe to my channel. You should see it popped up right now on the screen. Don't forget to hit the bell for the notifications for when I put up a new video. It will be on Tuesday this week for Big Brother. Also, if you are a Dancing with the Stars fan, this does start this week. I will start doing my weekly recaps for that, so also watch out on Tuesday for that one as well, and every other week following that on Tuesdays. You can also find all of my updates and things of what I just said on my Instagram. You can follow me at AshleyRach there. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you all on Tuesday night. Bye.